is one of those people. But like everything else he does, Tom takes his passion for BH Care and PCRC and pushes it up about 10 levels, maybe 20 some days, I'm not sure. But those closest to Tom know exactly what I'm talking about. He has a true love of children and a spirit for community that is unparalleled. His energy is contagious and his passion is pervasive. But if you don't know Tom and are seeking further evidence, you needn't look any further than the impact his actions have on those around him. The culture of philanthropy across Haynes Group is nothing short of remarkable. Everyone in his company volunteers or gives back to the community in some way. This isn't something Tom forces on his staff. It is something he reinforces by his passion for making a positive impact on the lives of others. Now let me tell you this, Tom's charitable nature is also impactful because of the nature of his corporate drive. Tom is a goal setter and a goal achiever. This was clearly evident at our first PCRC Ride Walk Steering Committee, and truly the first time I met Tom one-on-one, where he announced to the committee we would, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, raise $100,000 in sponsorships this year. Much like his successful quarry walk development, this wasn't a wish, but a marker that Tom put down and stayed focused on until it became a reality. Tom recruited a powerhouse committee. He solicited much of the $100,000 himself, and he donated the location and the time and talents of his staff, and he would not give up until we reached that goal. But like I said a moment ago, it's not all about the money. Tom opens his heart. Through all the drive and successful fundraising, Tom continually reminded everyone around him the why. While the goals are important, the why, the children, the families served by PCRC always remained front and center. From every discussion, every committee meeting we ever had, we talked about the why. Tom's successful business keeps him busy around the clock, but he somehow still finds the time to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars, not only for PCRC, but for many of our partner organizations here in the Valley and other causes that are close to his heart. For those and so many other reasons, I am both humbled and honored to present this year's Community Partner Award to Tom Haynes.
I don't know who she's talking about. I wish my mother and father were here. They'd say, who's she talking about? I love you, Claire. So, to say that I'm honored and humbled is really just not enough. You know, if I were standing here and we were talking about quarry or development, construction, I'd feel like I'd be in the right place. And I'd feel really comfortable talking to everybody and telling you all the great information and teaching you a few things. But standing here for me right now is like being asked to come and talk. Let's just say I got asked to come and be honored by the fish in a lake about swimming, and that I'd be being honored by fish for swimming, and I can't swim. Although Brian, you're a great swimmer over there. And what I mean is that I'm standing here in a room full of fish, givers to the community, people that really make an impact. And for that, I'm so honored to be standing up here in front of you, because this room is full of people that make an impact in the community. And I want to say to you, thank you all for everything you do in the community and everything you do for BH Care and PCRC. So you all deserve a round of applause. So give one to yourself. And Roberta called, and of course her and I took a couple weeks to get connected, because she's busier than I am. And when we finally talked, she told me what she wanted to do. And in all honesty, I prefer not to be doing this. And I told her that. And I said the only way I'd stand up here and do this is if we recognize and draw attention to the PCRC event, because this year is going to be bigger and better, in that we recognize actually the true team that was able to put such a successful event on for the last few years and for be the 9th year. So with that, I'm not going to stand up here alone, so I'm going to ask the committee members that actually could find the time to come and stand up and come on up and stand with me, please. Hold your applause, because I'm gonna ask that the list is not too long, but Mike Marsnick. Mike really is the driver of this PCRC. He's been involved for many years and really drove the committee, I guess, for 6 years before I got involved. And Mike came to me and asked me to help lend a hand at Quarry Walk and to see if we can ride a bicycle. So Mike really is the guy that got Haynes hooked and involved. And so, Mike, you're a great leader, and thank you for that. Bob Van Egan. Get up here, Bob. I've gotten to know Bob just recently for the last 3-4 years, and this guy just retired from PerkinElmer, has a heart bigger than this room, and so he's one of the main reasons that keeps us coming every day to get in every meeting and be passionate about PCRC. So Bob Van Egan. Brian LaRoque, is Brian here? So Brian's a great coordinator and a big volunteer. So Brian, I'm not sure what Brian does during the day, but Brian's obviously has a job. So Brian was able to make it, but Brian LaRoque. And here's a guy that everybody seems to know, and this guy volunteers and does so much for our communities. Bill Purcell, where are you, Bill? I know you're here. Come on up, bud. Come on, yes, you have to. Come on. You all know Bill, and Bill donates his time to so many, not just businesses, but to help drive in the community. So thank you so much for that, Bill. Let's see, John Cleacher from USI. Now, I know he's got a rep here. There you are. So John wasn't able to make it. His wife was sick, but John joined our team this year. He's the president of USI Connecticut and a big leader and big supporter of us. And I'm sorry John wasn't able to make it here. Edmund Farmer from Thule, he wasn't able to make it either. So Edmund joined us this year. I hate him for it because he decided to create this thing called a mega challenge. So it's 30 miles of a bike ride all uphill. I'm not sure. I don't know who and if anybody did it, but they had some crazy bike riders, and we raised a fair amount of money through that. So Edmund Farmer from Thule, great guy, lives in Seymour and does this with passion. Robbie Van Egan, Bob's son he's not here, right? So Robbie donates his time and is involved. Jeff Bruner, he was on the committee from Iroquois Gas. He's not able to be here, but Jeff has been a big help for over the years. And Greg Bastick, also another committee member who is not here, was able to be a big help. I want to recognize the PCRC staff. You guys, some are paid and some donate their time. I'm going to ask Lynn Perry to come up. Lynn spent a lot of time with us, dragging through meetings and stuff, and a huge part of this, this event. So you all know Lynn. I've just gotten to know Lynn. Incredible human being that just gives and gives. Emily Granelli, where are you, Emily? Come on up here. Emily and I love each other so much. We butted heads a lot about getting some stuff done, but we would not have had this great success if it wasn't for Emily and all the hard work and what she's done. She serves BH Care and PCRC incredibly. Mike Wen, does anybody know Mike Wen? If there's somebody that I say I love, it's Mike Wen. He is. Mike is what has made this, for at least for me, and the people around, to know that there's deep passion and care and love, and there's a mission for what we do. And so for that, Mike has become a really what I consider a dear friend, and he's a great person, and you guys should all be proud that he's part of your organization. And then there's Roberta. I got to know Roberta recently, and I tell you, she's a great leader. Roberta and I have tried to figure each other out over the last couple of years. Well, you guys don't know me, so it must be, you guys should be chuckling about Roberta then. So anyways, I got to really know the real Roberta, and I am hooked. Roberta inside, it drives what BH Care and PCRC is about. So, and if you ever really want to question that, try to find a few minutes alone with Roberta and sit and talk. You'll be hooked, I guarantee you. So that's pretty much. Oh, wait a second. Did I leave a couple people out? Who is that? Oh, Kathy Ekstrom. And Danielle DeLong. Now, many of you know Kathy, and some of you don't. Kathy and I are we've been together for 17 years. She is truly my work wife, and somebody that I really wouldn't make it through the day without Kathy. And that means all of the things that we do in business, but everything that we do outside of work, Kathy is side by side with the entire team. And this PCRC event would never be what it is if Kathy Ekstrom weren't help driving that. So, big hands for Kathy. And then the other half of the dynamic duo is Danielle. Danielle is new to your team for about a year, I think, a little over a year. She has brought on an incredible passion and drive, and she has led us. So all I can say is, if you've met her, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't met her, spend some time with her. She'll trick you into doing anything. You guys will be riding bikes and raising money like no tomorrow if you spend some time with her. She's a beautiful human being, and my big thanks to, really, you all should thank Kathy and Danielle, because we all were led by these two people for the past few years. So real quick, PCRC, our ride, is really all about this cause. You know what I'm going to do, though? I am going to, a couple years ago at a chamber event, I asked a question about food, and I'm going to say the same thing, because many of you didn't get, and I think it's very important as to what our mission is. So I'm going to, in a couple minutes, I'm going to ask you something about your food on your, what you just ate, and it really isn't about the quality. This will be our 9th year, I believe, for the ride. Last year was the 3rd at Quarry Walk. We had about 800 people come out that day. The first year at Quarry Walk 3 years ago, we probably had 120 people, right? And they were all riders. And we kind of decided that the ride needed to be more about family. And so we turned it into, from year one, we raised, I think, $30,000. And then the next year, we had set our goals to raise we tried to raise 50 or 60,000. I think that's what we hit. Is that right, Emma? 60? So we had 60. And then we got together and we said, listen, we really want to make an impact and do something for kids and families. So this past year, we had a family event that was really a fantastic day for children and for families, and we actually included a walk to recognize a young person that had taken his own life, a big community member in the valley, and we had a walk for Wade Frazier. And don't ever forget, be kind, spread positivity. That was his message. And so that was part of our message at Quarry Walk. And we had about 800 people. We had how many riders? I don't remember exactly, 230? 200? 180, 200 bike riders, and then I think about 300 to 400 walkers, and then by the time the day was over, we had over 800 people came to support PCRC. It was a phenomenal event and day. And so this coming year, we've decided to make it bigger and better. And please, mark your calendars. I don't know the date though. June 6th. See, this just brings the point, all right? So our goal is $200,000. Please, come on. We have a bucket at the door, all right? The breakfast was free, but parking was expensive. So we're gonna we need everybody's support. So it's a big ask, but it's gonna be a great day. So June 6th, and it's gonna be a super day for family and kids. So please mark your calendars and make this part of your day. Great event. So I'm not going to talk about BH Care and PCRC, why we do it, because you guys saw what you did, what Roberta did, which was fantastic, and that's what gets us to be committed to this. But here's a statistic that just has never left me. 26% of every child under 4 years old will have witnessed a traumatic event in their life. That will carry through the rest of their life. That's incredible. What a statistic that is. We all need to do a better job and take care of our children. We really do. With that, I'm going to sort of bring this to a close. The food on your plate. And this is kind of what I think is important, how we tie all this together. Anybody have any idea what honeybees do? Anybody have an idea? Did you know that honeybees are responsible for over 1/3 of every bite of food that you eat? Incredible. Honeybees are really interesting. I learned this a couple years ago, and I shared this at a chamber event, and to this day people will say, that's incredible what you told me about bees, because I never realized it. Honeybees live in a hive. About 40 to 60,000 honeybees in a hive. Think of that. That's a lot. It's a complex community. But 60,000 bees, and a typical honeybee will live 2 to 3 months. The queen bee, which is, I always think of Kathy as my boss, lives anywhere from 2 to 5 years. But every bee, 60,000 bees, have a job within that complex community. And it's incredible because they pollinate 70 to 80% of all the crops in this world. So every bite of food, and I think as we're all getting healthier and eating less meat, I'll bet you that number is going to start to go up. So when you think about it, everything you eat in our society really stems from this complex thing of 60,000 bees in a hive that are out making it possible for us to eat. In that period of time, the 2 to 3 months, a honeybee, can anybody guess, and anybody that's heard this before, don't shout out the answer, but can anybody guess in the 2 to 3 months a honeybee lives, how much honey that bee will make? Anybody? Take a shot. Give me a pound. Anybody got a number? 5 pounds. 5 pounds. Seems like it, right? You would think so? A honeybee makes 1/12 of a teaspoon in its entire life. 1/12 of a teaspoon in its entire life of 2 to 3 months. It's incredible, right? You go, no, that's not possible. It's got to be a lot more. But only 1/12. But in that hive will produce over 80 pounds of honey in the 2 to 3 months. Incredible, right? When you think about it. And that honey is needed for that hive to survive and to continue going. And everybody has a role. And if that complex community and society of honeybees didn't work, and that 1/12 of a teaspoon wasn't created, we wouldn't be here. That's incredible. Now I bring this because I'm fascinated by that. And not just that honeybees and hives are cool and complicated and all. Our lives are really complicated. But when you think of honeybees, we can relate to that. Think of honeybees and honey as kindness. And think of that one little 12 teaspoon, and think of our lives. We make an impact, every one of us in this room. We don't need to go out and blow up mountains and do all different humongous things. We only need to do one little thing every day. And if we think of that honey, when you go out during the day, think of a kindness and commit one tiny little act. And I guarantee you that by the time we're all done committing these tiny little acts, the world becomes a better place, and you've made a better place for other people. Because when people come together, we do amazing things. So with that, I want to tell you all, thank you very much. Go out today, create just a little tiny bit of honey, and I guarantee you have done something to make this world a better place. So thank you, and I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.